So we've driven past this antique store for years, and every time I see it, because it sits right off of the 101, right between the beach and the mountains, thank you. I've passed every time and said, ooh, there's an antique store, we need to stop. And we're always in a hurry to get where we're going, or we're in beach clothes or whatever. And so we've never stopped. And today we're finally stopping at Summerland Antiques. Summerland is nestled right in between Montecito and Carpinteria. Cute little quaint coastal town. It has a great new bookstore that we were excited to visit called Godmother's. Found a few books there. And we also wanted to go to the antique store. I love it when a good shopping experience begins before you've even walked through the front door. Already spotting Stephanie. Copper. That's like the other ones we have. Another one. Vintage copper bucket, 85. Oop. Pretty good. Crock. $2.25. These old chairs. These are great. Ladder back with rush seat chair, $1.95 each. Come with me inside Summerland Antique Collective. This is over 6,500 square feet full of beautiful antiques. And with over 20 vendors, there is something for everyone. Lots to look at and plenty to shop for. I've never seen the miniature Riviera little cook set. So cute. This is antique stove sample. I guess that's what it is. So cute. Now, you'll notice that the prices here lean a bit on the higher side, but that's for good reason. The selection is often expertly curated, and the pieces are quite rare and unique, and every single thing that I saw was in excellent condition. And don't forget, there's a real person behind each one of these spaces that has taken the time to curate a very special collection. Hometown, there was a store called Harold's, and a carousel horse was their logo. This reminds me so much of that logo. I did my very best to try to keep that store in business. These bookshelves were full of all of my favorite things: French conversation plates, little fun trinkets, European dishware, and this little majolica dish I have now spotted 3 times. I sold one, and I kept one for myself, and this one I ended up leaving behind for someone else to find. If you're not familiar with French conversation plates, or also known as talking plates, they were really popular in the mid-1800s and usually reflected on things in French culture, French life, politics, that sort of thing. And of course now they are highly collectible and make for great wall display. These Yellowear Dog Dishes are 2 more things that I really regret not bringing home with us. I was trying to be so good and just enjoy looking at everything and not feel the need to bring everything I saw and loved home with me. But look at all of this. It was so hard to leave beautiful things like this copper tea kettle behind. As a lover of antiques and all things vintage, it's hard for me to leave these one-of-a-kind, unique pieces behind. Let's just say I'm not a very good window shopper. Does anybody even know what window shopping is anymore? Is that even a thing, or have I just really dated myself? Okay, you guys probably know by now, I have a thing for dishware. It's just, I love it so much. And I'm still kicking myself that I didn't just go ahead and bring home these Adam Rose dishes. They were beautiful, and it makes me want to jump in the car right now and go get them. I also regret not taking home this pig-shaped cutting board because look, it was Grandma's, and she had her name etched in it. It was $95, which is a little steep for a cutting board, but it was Grandma's. This was another table that if I could have, I would have said, just wrap it all up. I'll take it all, including these Majolica begonia leaf plates. Yes, they were $98 a piece, but if I could have afforded it, I would have taken them all. You hear that? Record sale, so we got a lot of Beatles records, which we weren't going to pass up. And then also this old street sign. Somebody was lucky enough to live on Vacation Drive, and now it's going to go in our house. It was a great price, so we grabbed it. It looks old. The vendor didn't know the story of where it came from, but he thinks it's, what, the 70s?
Yeah.
We're gonna go with that. So when you go to an antique store, you never know which direction it's gonna go in. It can be lots of different vendors, lots of different price points. It could be all really high end, or it could be filled with lots of bargains. And today's stop at the Summerland Antiques was all very high end. Lots of expensive, beautiful, lots of beautiful pieces. And we were excited because it said they had a sale, huge sale, says the sign, but even with the sale, the prices were pretty high. Definitely not for reselling, but we really even didn't find much for
us
because the prices were so high. But we're in a really nice part of the coast, so.
But there's lots to get.
Oh, there's
tons of stuff in there.
Many, many beautiful things, many different styles for many different types of homes. Lots of great stuff, outdoor stuff. Pots and table. It was a great spot. Yeah, well, we spent, what?
2 hours.
Close to 2 hours in there. So, and we found some great albums and a sign and some other things that I could have been talked into, but us being good. Thanks for coming along with us to shop Summerland Antique Collective. If this has put you in the mood to shop, may I recommend visiting my Etsy shop, Collected California. It may just be one vendor, but there are over 500 items in my shop, things that I've collected up and down the state of California. And you might just be able to find something that you can't live without. And every one of those 500 pieces tells a story, and I'm so glad you're part of mine. See you next time.